I was standing in a tiny clinic in the middle of nowhere in Vietnam, sweating through my t-shirt, trying to explain, between coughs and Google Translate, that I couldn't breathe properly. And that's when it hit me. I was completely alone. No family. No familiar hospitals. Just me, a wheezy chest, and a doctor who looked just as concerned as I felt. Honestly, it was one of the scariest moments of my life. I had been backpacking for about 3 weeks, high on adventure and cheap street food. You know that feeling, right? That invincible buzz you get when you're living out of a small bag and every day is new. I was hopping buses, crashing in hostels, and eating things I couldn't pronounce. It was awesome, until it wasn't. It started as a mild cold. No big deal. I figured it was just the AC on those overnight buses or the constant weather changes. But by day 5, it turned into this deep, rattling cough. Then came the fever, the kind that makes your skin feel like it's vibrating. I tried to power through. I didn't want to miss out on the trip, you know? But eventually, I couldn't ignore it anymore. I ended up at this local clinic because it was the only place within walking distance. And let me tell you, walking there felt like crossing a desert. The heat, the noise, my heart pounding, every step was exhausting. I was scared. Not just because I felt terrible, but because I realized I had no idea how healthcare worked in this country. What if it cost thousands? What if I needed to be hospitalized? What if they couldn't even help me? That moment, that raw, helpless moment, was when I remembered I had travel insurance. Not just any insurance. I had signed up for auras on a recommendation from a Reddit thread of all places. I wasn't expecting much. Honestly, I only got it because it was cheap and easy to set up. Didn't think I'd actually use it. But right there in that clinic, I pulled up the app. And just having that confirmation, knowing I was covered, lifted this huge weight off my chest. Well, not literally. I still had bronchitis. But emotionally, I felt this weird mix of relief and gratitude that I hadn't expected. They got me on antibiotics, gave me oxygen for a bit. The whole visit would have cost me hundreds without insurance. But with auras, it was smooth. No long paperwork. No phone calls across time zones. They even followed up to check how I was doing. Like, who does that? The weirdest part? That awful experience turned into a sort of anchor memory for me. Because after I recovered, I realized how easy it is to overlook travel insurance when everything's going well. We pack chargers, snacks, backup shoes, but we forget that our bodies can break down. And when they do, it's not just about the money. It's about feeling safe in a place that isn't home. I've talked to people since then who didn't have any insurance while traveling. One girl told me she got appendicitis in Greece and had to crowdfund her surgery. Another guy slipped on a trail in Costa Rica, broke his wrist, and just didn't get it treated properly because he couldn't afford to. That's the thing about traveling. So much of it is unpredictable. And when stuff goes sideways, you don't want to be figuring it out from a hospital bed with spotty Wi-Fi. So yeah, lesson learned. These days, I treat travel insurance like I treat my passport. It's just part of the deal. And if you're curious, the one I stuck with is auras.insure. I'm not saying it'll magically make everything perfect, but for me, it was the thing that turned a terrifying experience into something manageable. Something I could get through and still come out the other side wanting to keep traveling. If you're planning a trip, even a short one, just do yourself the favor. You might not need it, but if you ever do, you'll be really glad it's there. Anyway, thanks for listening. Stay safe out there, and don't forget to take care of future you.